Okay, I'm going to show you very quickly how I plant my plants in the basement. I start off with these little Jiffy pellets. And what you do is you fill them up with water and they swell up. And then when you put your seeds in there, I usually put about 2 or 3 seeds in each one of these pellets. And you can buy the replacement pellet packs as well. And reuse these over again. Use the containers over again. But what I do is before I put the pellets in there, I will take and I will cut holes in the bottom of each one of these so that water can seep up through the bottom. And the reason why I do that, so when I place it in my container where my lights are, the water will soak up from the bottom and then the seeds will grow. Now this is the container that I use, that I built. I put foil around it so that reflect the light. And the bulbs that I use are these daylight bulbs. Now, I'm not sure if you can get these anymore, but they are 5000 K, so they're daylight bulbs. They also have these here, the newer type. I've tried this, but not with really good success. Matter of fact, this bulb is actually bad. So I get the little mark X on there. But the reason why I like to use these is because in the wintertime, or early spring, February, March, these actually give off a little bit of heat. And so what happens is when I close the lid on this thing, it just stays nice and warm in there and helps the seeds to germinate. Okay, so that's my box. So once the seeds are germinated and they start to grow, what I do is when I get to this size here, what I'll do is I'll get a cup like this here. I will cut holes in the bottom of it with my knife here. I'll just go through and just cut different holes in there. Then what I do is I take these guys here. You can get these at the store as well. They look like this when they come. And I'll take one of these and I will shove it down inside one of these cups that I've got holes already in the bottom. And what I do is I always put right on the outside of this one here what I'm planting in there. This happens to be a Big Daddy tomato plant. And so let me shift here. So I will shove this down inside there. I will take my tomato plant, or whatever we're transplanting, and I will put it in here. Drop it in there. Try to center it up. I usually use Miracle-Gro. Seems to work pretty well. Potting soil. So I'll get a scoop of it. And I will place the potting soil in my cup. Kind of make a nice mess here because I only have one hand to do this with. Some video in it. And then what I'll do is tamp it down, and so now the plant can grow more. And so I have a bunch of these ready to go, and they're all labeled. And what I'll do is take the plants, and I will start putting them in here, my container. By the way, what I use, I pour water on the bottom of this thing when they're growing. And now what I can do is I can actually pour more water in there because the water level can actually get up, pretty high here. And then that way you don't have to constantly water it every day as long as you keep the water in there. Matter of fact, I kind of designed this little thing right here. So what I can do is I can take this 2-liter bottle, fill it full of water, shove it down there very quickly, and then the water level should not get too high if you do it right. And then there's water in the bottom of this thing, and all my plants will be in there. And then now that it's getting warmer outside, I don't need to leave the lid on this. I can actually keep it. I use a little board there to give it some, so it doesn't get so hot in there. And that's how I grow my plants.